What is up, guys? Brendan, aka Drip from Team DDD, back with another deck profile. And obviously, if you can't tell from the title and the description, this one is on Monarchs. One of my favorite decks of all time, and it's the first one, in my opinion. I can't think of, well, yeah, there's a couple of other ones, but I feel like I have been disrespecting this deck. The reason why I say that is because I haven't profiled it sooner because I've been busy trying to organize who's going to upload what, we're going to upload where, and see how the format's going to go, and etc. etc. But today's video is going to be a little shorter video because there's no extra deck. There's less I have to go in depth about because a lot of people know Monarchs, but I'm still going to break it down for the ones who don't. But in this video, you'll see there's a couple of repetitive cards that I have in my other deck profiles and stuff like that. I'm sorry about that, but you have to do what you have to do in order to go second. And sadly, it is the way it is. Konami wants you to pay to go second, and if you have access to them, then you might as well get them and use them. So yes, there is repetitive cards in this main deck and side deck that I have in other builds if you've seen. But with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and get straight on into this. All day, every day. Start off, we got 3 Queen Bee, main mama, big mama. Thank gosh, I'm so happy. When they said she was coming back at 3, I legit just jumped for joy. It was insane. She's so good. The heart and soul of this deck, hands down. She's so good. The fact you can special summon on your opponent's turn. If you have Stormforth, you bring out Curez, pop, bring out anything that's problematic, get it back to your hand the next turn. It's really good. It's really good. Next, if you haven't seen already, we're running 3 Big Daddy. Since we have Queen Bee, we got to run the King, bro. We got to. There's no slacking. He's amazing. He's the hand looper. He's the spin back. He's the add back from grave. He's just overall a very good card. Can't say enough, really, because if you run that, you have to have it. Just come on now. A queen can't be without her king, man. Come on. We're not running not one, but 2's the board. Yes, I am main decking this card for many reasons. Yes, it could be dead if I lose the dice roll, and that is true. But if they don't go full combo and they still have cards in their extra deck, you could still mill the rest of their extra deck and they're left with what you got. If you break their board, then they're good. I mean, then you're good. Which you should be able to break their board. I'm not saying you're going to, because it is Monarchs and they do tend to break, but it is what it is. I still like Zaborg at 2. Moving on to the little guys, we got 1 Curez, standard. I feel Curez is just amazing. Pops whatever you need, front row, back row. It's really good. Most people know what this card does. You can bring it out off of Ether. And then the honorary Monarchs, 1, 2 Vanity's Fiend, and then 1 Majesty's Fiend. Searchable, non-searchable. This is usually standard if you see other builds. Don't really have to say much about it. Locks your monster's effects out, and then special summoning. So you drop either one of these on the rock deck, and you're pretty much golden, pony boy. Then again, don't matter if you drop domain, you're sitting pretty good. For the extenders, we were running 2 Linkslayer. It's pretty much the jump forward or whatever that card's called for the Dark Warrior deck, but for this deck, you can special summon if you don't control no monsters. Not only that, what's crazy too is if you need to get your Monarch spell or traps in the graveyard or whatever because you want to add this back or whatever, you can, if he's on the field and you're going second and you're playing against like a Eldritch or something, you can discard 2 cards from hand and blow up 2 spell or trap cards on the field. So it comes in handy when you're playing against like a control deck or whatever. So it's a really good card. It's an extender. Now for the baby monarchs, king and queen got to have their princes and princess, bro. We got 3 Adia. She's your main starter, your main normal summon. She's really good actually. You normal summon her, then you can special summon Adios, the brother, the prince from the deck. I believe it's hand too, right? Or is it just hand? Yeah. Let me see. Let's go. From the deck, sad face. I was skimming. I know it was right there on the top line. I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, he's really good. He gives you an additional normal summon, allows you to tribute summon pretty much. And then you can banish him to special summon her or the another card we run, 3 Mithra. She's really good too. She gives you an additional summon as well. When you tribute, if you were to use her tribute material, you get an additional summon. So it's really nice. Pretty much have double summons with legs, pretty much. These, I know this is kind of heavy on the starters. It's just since this deck bricks so much, you want to try to make it as consistent as possible. And seeing any of these will give you bodies, and you can always search these, but you can't search these. So that's why our count is kind of the same, or if not higher than this, because if you see these, if you have spells, you can search these. That's why I run heavy on these guys, because you have to see them. If you don't see them, then you're in a really bad spot. But that is it for the monsters. Moving on to the spells, we run a heavy spell count. To start off, yes, I know a lot of people might hate it, a lot of people might not like it, but you run it, and I have access to it. And you see them other deck profiles. 3 Lightning Storm. Baits out Negates. If it resolves, then you automatically, just off of 1 card, gain control of the entire duel, actually, with just 1 card, and if it resolves. But it's Lightning Storm. A lot of people hate it, a lot of people love it. It is what it is. And they're in other sleeves, because if you see my other videos, you know I don't like taking my cards out of the sleeve unless I actually plan on running it at locals this week. I'm not going to run this at locals this week, but this is the build that I am going to run as of right now. Then next we are running 3 Domain. It wouldn't be a Domain lock without it. Have a tribute summon monster, and your opponent doesn't have a tribute summon monster, locks them out of their extra deck, as long as you do not have an extra deck. Do not run an extra deck with Domain Lock Monarchs. I don't know why you would. That's kind of crazy. There's no point in that. Then next we are running 3 Stormforth, the card that turns all your Monarchs into Kaijus. It's really good when you have this and Ether on your opponent's turn, because it's a quick play. You just set it, activate it, wait until them get a combo. Like, for example, if your opponent goes into Halka Fibrax, you can just wait until they go into that, activate this, tribute their Halka Fibrax, bring out Ether to bring out whatever you want, Curez, pop, and just off of that card, you automatically gain control of the turn. Next, we were running 3 Tenacity. It's usually standard, since like Pantheism's at 1, sadly. 2 Return, not 3. It's bricky. And then sadly 1 Pantheism. Pantheism needs to come back to 3. Monarchs with 3 Pantheisms is not going to do nothing, Konami. Come on now, please give us Pantheism back to 3. To continue on with the spells, that's all for the Monarch spells. We are not running traps. I know what people are going to say, but Monarch Erupt, yes, it's a skill drain. I get that. But if you lose the die roll, traps in the main deck outside of Imperm or something like that is a dead card. And what if you had an extender or an additional spell? Yeah, then you could have actually done something. That is my opinion on it. Everybody has opinions, but no traps. I don't care. You mean, like, if you feel like it runs good for you, then by all means go for it. I want you to do it because as long as it works for you, that's all that matters. But this guy lose nothing but dice rolls all the time, so I'm not running no traps. For the one-off, I got 1-for-1 because it gives you your idea. Forgive me, I have my platinum rare in the other one, so I just found a roughed up one. Rhoda. Rhoda searches your idea, searches anything you want pretty much. Then we run Terraforming, and for the last spicy card in the main deck, I did run this at 2-of, but I dropped it and put one on the side, and that is Mystic Mine. If you're playing the rock deck and you drop Mystic Mine on them, you have free combo as long as you can get one body on the field and you get domain. You spin back whatever's the most like annoying, aka their Apollosa, and they can't do jack diddly squat. So, and then you just slowly pick their board apart, and then you make sure you stop to where you control the same amount, and then your golden Mystic Mine will die, and then you can honestly, or you can break their board with Mystic Mine and just play domain over top Mystic Mine to get rid of the Mystic Mine. It's really good. I haven't play tested this much yet, so if I might upped it to 2. I don't know, because that's pretty much my hand traps for blinding second is 3 Lightning Storm and 2 Mystic Mine, because the Mystic Mine will take care of the combo decks, and Lightning Storm will take care of combo decks and back row decks, and Terraforming also will give me my domain too. So it's a win-win situation, and that's what I feel is like the best. I might up it to 2. I'll let you guys know if so. But that's it actually for the main deck, to be honest. Moving on to the side deck, we got our side deck is very spicy, and not really that spicy, but I like you've seen in my other videos, you know, I always add some kind of spicy tech so you guys can see it if I can. And I think some of you guys will like this video spicy tech, and some of you might not even know what the card is. But to start off, we were running 1 Mobus because we hate back row. Mobus, sadly we did not run the baby Mobus because it takes too much to get him on field, then get him on top of baby Mobus to lock 3 out. But at least this way we can still blow up 3. Because his effect is if you tribute a water monster, then you can blow up 3 back row and they can't activate them. But next we got the second copy of Mystic Mine, 2 Dwayne the Rock Johnsons, 1 March of the Monarchs, because it does come in handy against some decks. Every now and then you'll come across that Rogue Unchained deck that targets, and since Sky Striker has got 1 top, everybody's going to get back on that bandwagon again. So March takes care of that. They were running 2 Dark Ruler No More, standard against combo decks, definitely the rock deck. We got 3 Evenly. Evenly is evenly. So, I mean, yeah, takes care of whatever, problematic. Then we got 3 Twin. Twin Twisters, I mean, come on now. You discard, pop 2. Facing Pendulums, blow up their scales, they can't play. Now for this video's juicy Fruit of the Loom juicy tech card. It's not in the main because it's not a counter trap, and it's only good when you know you're going first, and that is 2 Witch's Strike. The opposite of Solemn. Solemn's always going at the Witch, well the Witch is coming back at Solemn. Because if you have this card set, because I don't know if you've ever seen the artwork with Solemn. Solemn's always attacking this and all the Solemn cards. Well, Witch's Strike is attacking back at Solemn. If you don't know what this card does, it's broken if you're forced to go first. I mean, not forced, you want to go first, but if you know you're going first, like you lose game 1 or whatever, and you know you're going first, or you know you lose game 2, its effect is if your opponent were to negate a normal summon or a special summon of a monster or monsters, or the activation of an effect or a card. So pretty much if they negate anything, they Ash Blossom you. They, any hand traps, if they do any hand traps, except for Nibiru, sad face, any hand traps or solemn judgments or solemns anything. They do anything to interrupt your combo. Well, you just flip this up on them, and it destroys their entire field, front row, back row, and they have to throw their hand into the graveyard. So they, on top of trying to counter your effect or your card, they just screwed themselves in the long run. I would run this at 3, but I currently do not own it at 3. But it is such a good card when you know you're going first. It's a very, very good card. But that is the juicy tech of the video, guys. It's really good. Slept on. Really slept on. Came out in Savage Strike. Not a lot of people actually know that card. It's like a $6 card. I need to pick up another copy before it goes exploding. But with that being said, guys, that actually is the video. It's a lot. I know it's a lot shorter. It's like half the time as my other videos, but I have nothing to really explain to you guys other than the fact that the deck, in my opinion, is really good, and it's the most competitive that I think it can be right now. Outside of possibly adding another Mystic Mine in there to main deck 2 copies, but I only opted to main deck 1 because how Monarch's brick. If I had any kind of draw power outside of Pantheism, then I might run it at 2. But with that being said, guys, yeah, like I said, that is the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We have a little, the rest of the team and I got a little announcement if we can get to 30 subscribers. So get us to 30. We're at 26. That's all we need is 4, man. Come on. Once we do that, we'll do a little announcement. But yeah, please like the video. Comment on the video. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me what you guys think of this cards coming out in the new set. Just talk about anything. I like having conversations with you guys. Like, you know, I say that every video. It's because I want everybody to know that I like talking to my viewers or my subscribers or whatever. But you all have a great day and have a safe day. And God bless you all, and you all take care. Be safe out there in the coronavirus.